for a 1/8 to 3A NPT run to the turbo. If you want to run oil pressure, we run that off like a 12 to 16 inch line, mount it, isolate, mount it to the firewall, and then line off from there to the turbo. But this will just be straight to the turbo. I don't really ever run an oil pressure gauge on these stock motors, generally because they don't have oil pressure problems. The H and this and that, you know, usually we'll check the motor at first and it's good. When you're doing this, you're going to want to put grease on the tap so you can get all the shavings out. And if you look, there's grease, so it caught all those shavings. And then we will check it now. No shavings near the end of the hole. We probably got most of them. And that's usually how I do it. Not really worry about it other than that. Just how it goes. I just welded this into a socket today. I've had this tap for about 17 years. It's probably done every single turbo Honda I've ever done. As long as I was using my shit, there's probably only 1 or 2 turbo Hondas I did without this tap because I was at somebody else's house and had to either buy one or use theirs. So, yeah. Alrighty. Now we're gonna put the oil feed fitting in. We need to find the goddamn Teflon wherever she may be. I got everything laid out because I wanted to show you guys. I just had some fittings for the feed line, but I got the filter in. We'll talk about that. I got the OEM reg I'm gonna cut up, the Willwood Master I'm gonna put together. Here's the Teflon. We'll do that in a second. You wanna hold that? Can I hit the pin? Yeah. Huh? Yeah, yeah, good. Yeah, it was yeah, good. Yeah, I don't even need your as long as it's not one of those ones that's like outrageously priced. Average market price. Yeah, no, I get that. As long as I want the little finger tires. Yeah, I'm back, but when I look at common tire test, because this is 24 and a half, I want to yeah, 24 and a half. I didn't realize that. I used to tires. But yeah, no, it doesn't look the best, but you know what this does? It makes it look soft. It doesn't look like skins. But they are skin soft. Yeah, that's good, bro. It gives it more of a stock look from the side if you were running a normal tire. And it's still metal. You're good. I want it, because they're not going to give you your money back, right? Yeah. You're good. But I chose the tire. Yeah, enjoy it. Fuck it. Usually I run a 23 to 23 and a half rear side height, like a. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like 23 and a half, 24. That's what I was trying to find. 195 to 55, something like that. On these I can't remember. Later, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're going there. All right. So I got this Willwood Master for the booster delete because they have the spark plug for the GoPed. Anyways, they have the plastic topped Master. When you do the booster delete, it's like $25 more. We're doing it on a budget, this, that, but there's also another reason. The plastic top is next to the turbo. With the booster delete, it is farther away. Like, it's a good amount. But with the hood on it, summer, this, that, there is potential. You know, there's heat. The downpipe, I'm trying to run as loose as a bend as possible. So I would like to be able to, like, come out of the turbo and not, like, have to, like most of the cars, I would kind of like to swoop it. So we'll use that. I got the fittings for it. We'll throw those in. Whoops. And then this is a 10 micron filter. Your injectors, about 10 micron can flow through the injector and not clog it. So this is perfect. These are $20 on eBay. It comes with the ORB fittings to 6, 8, and 10. So I have fittings when I upgrade the fuel system later. It's a nice big body filter, so even if it gets clogged, it'll never be so clogged that it like won't be able to flow enough fuel to feed the car. I usually run one of these type of 40 micron filters, which is the stainless steel screen. They're cleanable. I've never had a problem, all motor, nitrous, turbo, whatever, up to like 550 horse on E85. Haven't tested them further. But this one will get by because I end up planning on doing like race week or drag week and doing some traveling with the car and racing it and stuff. And I don't want to be worried about having to clean out this filter randomly just because of, you know, say like it flows some sediment in there and it clogs it up. So the bigger body the filter, the less like it is having a filter. So we're going to use that. I've got the fittings. I have a hardline adapter for the hardline, which is a bushing fitting. So basically, you cut the hardline, you slip the lower threaded part, the brass conical seat crush washer sleeve thing, and then the fitting, and twist it together and it seats. And then it'll go to that. This will be mounted if you want to come up here. This will be mounted up here, probably about right here, or on the frame rail, but it gets close to the feed fitting, so it might end up somewhere like right here, something like that. So we'll see where we end up with that. We got to torque some bolts. For now, we will throw in the turbo feed fitting. I shaved today. So anyways, thought you guys know that. Is this the hood mechanic? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I've built really nice manifolds, headers, all that. I like to do stuff on a budget. I like to have fun. I like to do it as cheap as possible. Not ghetto, cheap as possible. If you look at the stuff, there might be some ghetto things, you know what I mean? But for the most part, it's actually just really fucking smart thinking and using shit that's like the minimum to get by, but like will also never break. So like, it's good. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. But if you want to really know, look at my reviews on my business page Facebook. I got nothing but 100% 5-star, and there's like 100 of them. And I've been doing this for like 20 years. I've gone 10s on like every stock Honda engine with an eBay turbo. I have a ton of buddies that we take stock motors and put them on like 20, 30 pounds, and they never break, and they saw motherfuckers off left and right. Yeah. So I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah. So we decided to use the OEM throttle cable. We're gonna use the booster delete, trying to keep it cheap. I show you guys what I was working on lately. So we've got to port that because it looked like shit. We ended up wrinkle blacking the manifold. I just used the rest of the can I had. That can was a throwaway can from 2 years ago. So it probably could use another coat, but she's gonna ride, so we're good. Ported. The opening, I don't even know if you guys can see. Fuck, that sun glares are real. Anyways, it had a gnarly lip from like here to here. It had open ports here, the air injection, some coolant ports right here. I epoxy filled those and then ported it as far as just the exits and this entry to make sure it was all matched up with this. Painted the bracket, threw it on. Eventually that'll get ported and then it'll get cut up and made into a custom manifold. This is an EK mount kit with EG subframe. This is an EG. So we welded in the bracket. We found an EG K-series bracket from a buddy of ours that went all-wheel drive and ended up buying a mount kit and had an extra bracket. So we didn't have to use the K-series EK bracket. So all we had to do is weld in the tranny side bracket. That'll go booster delete. That'll be gone. I got to fully prep the chassis. I just hit it with the satin black. It'll look better. It was, when I first got here, was shot black and then just faded. There was a lot of wiring left in it. This is kind of after trimming the core support right here to make some room for the radiator. Because last time on my EK, it was pretty close. The radiator would usually be about right here. Now it's going to be all the way up here. So we got that room for our intercooler piping to come back around. This is a 1200 horsepower intercooler I built like 5 years ago for a buddy of mine called Tristan, or named Tristan, for his 1200 horsepower RSX. We ended up buying back before it got used. Sat in my buddy's garage and his kid spray painted on it. So I got it and started stripping the paint back down. I sold this originally for like $750. I TIG welded this while I was at the shop like 5 years ago. So this was cold. I remember I needed 220 and I was welding on the 120, but this thing pressure tested 40 pounds. I think we did 45 pounds and we left it overnight. So yeah, we'll run it. Polish it back out. It used to have a really nice like flapper wheel, wire wheeled like diamond texture on it. And after I strip it, oh, you know what? It might on the bottom. Let me see. You can kind of see it. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see the pattern. But at one point it had like just like a nice finish to it. The fins got beat up. Harley spent like 2 hours straightening the fins. I added the bottom bracket right there. Right there. And then I got to add the radiator tabs. I'm going to grab the radiator right now and go test it. Booster delete plate hasn't shown up yet. We'll mount the filter. I'm going to tape off the ends, which if Harley, if you want to temporarily take some tape, almost like how we masked off the manifold, just cover these ends so no dust gets in here and I can mount it and then we can just leave it there. And then when we go to use it, we can just dust it off, pull the tape off and put it on. Do not drop it on these ends. If you ruin those ends, that's why I was saying tape it so they don't get there. Yeah, Dylan, funny. Motherfucker. All right, somebody gave me some Dylan gave me some GSR seats or whatnot. Brian left the steering wheel here so I didn't have to buy one. Harley got a GT30R. I think I talked about that the other day. Dylan got that from his buddy. It's brand new. It's a GT3072, I think it is. 71. And he got it for $20. I think he got it. I don't know if he even paid $20. Did you pay $20 for it? Yeah, for $20. Brand new. It's a billet wheel. So Harley's going to use that on her RSX build. I got, because it's the Accord tranny, I got the billet Accord box. I got that for free with the shift knob and OEM cables from the homie. So a lot of this budget stuff we got really hooked up on. Like, to be honest with you, I bought the motor tranny, the mounts, but got a good deal on that. It was $600. I was going to get an RSX, a base, for like $1,500. It needed some front end work. End up boosting that just because I wanted to tune and get back out there and see my business do better, because I wasn't advertising and I was like, oh, I'm cool tuning every once in a while. But it got to the point where it was like, all right, I need to make some more money. This regular day job shit isn't working out. If I go full time with the cars, like, is that something you want to do? As far as me talking to my girl about it, because it's going to be really busy. and I could use your help. Last time I had 2 employees and my girlfriend helping me, and we were fucking slammed. We made really good money. So, anyways, I want to do that again. I'd like to make good money doing what I love and enjoy it. Like even being here today, like it doesn't look like I'm doing much, but working on my shit. But like this week, like I did good, and like I just don't know how to explain it. I was talking to you guys about before having a problem with my family, like not approving of me ever racing and building cars. And even when I sold the cars, they were like, "Why'd you sell it? You really like it?" And I'm like, "You guys hate it, and like you get mad when I want to work on it." So when I opened the shop, they were really happy. They don't understand it. But lately, my dad has been like, "Oh, you're just fucking off." And I'm like, "Dude, I make good money doing this. Like, I need to tune." And he's like, "No, you should, you should, you should go to Home Depot and stand in the front and find work." I was like, "What?" It's like he's on this trip of like he hates his life, so he wants me to hate my life. So, to be honest with you guys are following me on a journey right now where I'm really figuring out like this is a budget build and I just want to enjoy it. And I spend a lot of time with my family, and that's all I want to do. Since I got out of prison, that's all I want to do is just be good for my family and be happy and tune cars and enjoy it. And I've gotten hit up for manifolds and builds and turbo kits and all head porting. I'm so excited. Like it gives me so much energy and like lights that fire in my stomach that I'm like, oh my God, like I can have my career back that I lost a long time ago by really not persevering and working hard and staying dedicated and being like obedient to what I needed to do with my time and day and stuff, and took it for granted at times and let other people kind of depict on my decision making. So this is like my second chance to do it. So you guys are kind of witnessing something for them, and I'm really excited. So I probably come off like way overly the top excited, but I'm happy to be like goofy and excited, dude. I was maybe not in prison for a long time, but I was like on the most violent yard out here. And it was like probably the worst experience of my life, being locked in a cell for months on end with like coming out and no shower and shit. And like, I don't think people understand that, but like, it made me realize like, I just want to be happy and enjoy my family. Like, I might not have did that long. I did 2 years, but that was enough for me to like, I'm good. Like, I don't want to go back. Like, go sit in your room, your bathroom with no TV and the lights off for 3 months and take a shower like once every 4 days, and then be forced to like do things you do not want to do and see things you do not want to see every day. And it has to be normal for you or you could get killed. Like, I'm not joking. That's probably the only time you guys will ever hear me mention anything about that situation. But I'm like really lucky I made it home. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I think the only one that understands is Harley, because she was there the whole time. She like saw like for real what it is, like not what the news says, not what your people say when they did, a week there because they did the rest of their time in county and they got shipped to prison right before, and not some of the 3 yards and not some of the old heads that did time 20 years ago. Like right now, it's not as crazy, but it's a lot worse. Like as far as like random shit, like you could be sleeping and then like somebody could say something, it could be a lie, you could end up dead. Like just because they're lying, because they don't like you. Like it's bad. It's like high school, but worse. So, anyways, I'm just happy to be home, you guys, for real. So try not to piss on my parade too much, please. Let me just enjoy this. I love you, honey.
I love you.
I know you do. Oh my. That's my life right there.
Hmm.
That's kind of funny. That's pretty good. Hey Sean. Yeah. I know pull the fluid out of the trench. You use fluid. Yeah, we're doing budget fluids now. Yeah. I fully wrapped this and then went to rip it, and it popped out of my hand, undid the roll.
Is that for the 3 line?
Undid,
Is that for the 3 line?
Yeah, for 3.
I don't do that.
For the NPT or for the 3 side? It's the NPT side.
I just put a little bit of RTV on the outside.
Yeah.
Because of rebuilding turbos, I've seen people
Teflon?
have Teflon in the fucking bearing.
I usually just try to go behind the threads I know it's going to seat on. But most people don't. They'll wrap it over the end. I know what you're talking about. All right, we're going to use my trusty... Check these out, you guys. Yeah, we're not going to use those. We're going to use these. All right. Will you grab the pink battery and my cable, love? Huh?
For your phone?
Yeah. Thank you, babe. If you need anything, tell me. All right. So weird. That so the fitting went in like shit. The NPT went in. Didn't feel that bad. I figured it was going to be a fucking 11. See if a 12 gets me by. Fuck. Oh, you bastard. Dum 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 dum. Where's my little mini ratchet I was using? I want my little guy. Where's my little guy at? All right, so I came up with a name for the car. I'm not really going to release that till the car's done. I want to get it. I have a few plans after the bay. So I got to do suspension, bushings, paint, tinted Lexon, and then I'll consider the car good enough at that point to like race, travel, bracket race, shoot out, no prep, whatever. Then I'll work on the custom manifold, getting the Type S cams and the ported head done. Finish up Harley's car, start and finish Harley's car. And I'll be good. So like paint, suspension, bushings, and tinted Lexon is kind of like to button her up at the end besides headwork and manifold. This turbo is going to stay. I did decide on what turbo when I ordered it. It's a T51R mod 6262. So basically a GT35 or PTE Gen 1.5 6262 replica from Jack Spania with the T51R mod. So that or a 64 intake wheel and a 62 exhaust. So it's very close. I just couldn't tell. It's T3 footprint 63 AR. I just couldn't tell the intake wheel. They have it marked as a 62, but a lot of the ones I was seeing were actually a 64. So it's either 64, 62 or 62, 62. We went ahead, keeping it in true budget fashion. I have the feed line from the Volvo S70, and I had a bunch of 3AN 12-inch sections from a bunch of booster delete kits that people didn't use. And I had gotten 2 3AN joiners, which I already had, didn't even need it. It went against the budget. I spent $9 on 2 of them. I already freaking had them on the oil pressure gauge setup from the Volvo that I kept, that I never used. So I was like, damn it. So that I didn't go over budget. We're still ridiculously low. When I added up, we're hooked up. But yeah, I got a 90. I had one, but I got another one because we're going to use one on the brakes. It's got Tyne coilovers on there right now, some Super Street or basics. They're good, but the rears are blown. So I got those DNA blue struts and generic coilovers, full set from Dylan. So we'll use that until I put some dampen one pieces on there. That'll get us by. I got some other parts from him too. The turbo's coming in the mail. I'll show you guys that. It was $480. I ended up getting it for $300 used. The guy had it on a car for like 2 weeks. He had it for $380. I told him what I was doing. I'm doing it on a budget. you know, making my way back to my business. You know, I'd really appreciate any deal, you know, if you could sell it to me off eBay for a little less, because they charge their fees. I wasn't thinking like a ton of money. I figured I could save like $40, but he gave it to me for $300 out the door. So he hooked me up. Even some of the K parts I bought, and then my buddies were like, what do you need? And I told them, and they were like, hey, let me give you that. Like, I got that, you can have it, and this and that. So I was like, oh, all right, fucking A, you know. So it was pretty cool. My boys have been really helping me out, and Dylan's helping me out by letting me put it together over here. I could do it at my house, but it's just easier. You have the air hose hooked up?
Yeah.
Should probably blow that shit out. Oh yeah, there's enough air in it. Do you remember where we put the air chuck?
No.
Okay. I needed to look for something else. We're going to look for that part real quick while we get ready to blow this out. I forgot what I was looking for. I feel really freaking stupid right now. Damn it. That really bothers me. I fucked up. It's the second time. Huh? Yeah. Ugh. I've been craving freaking red like beef lately, and I thought it was weird, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna you know, eat this beef. Well, I've been craving so much that I'm like, it's every meal, so I've been avoiding it almost. So I've been like, okay, I can't eat that every meal, let me eat something else. But I swear to God, it's fucking with my memory. Like, I'm 36 now, and I'm like, oh, my prostate, oh, my fucking head, I need my fucking goddamn fucking whatever vitamins. Like, God, I'm getting fucking old. This is crazy. When they say you get older, shit changes, I was not. Wow. Check this shit out. We got a bunch of stickers from the old car shit. Check this out. Uh-oh. I don't think. Hey, honey, those stickers you got when I came home, are they like NSFW shit? Yeah, I think so. Okay, yeah. I can't show you guys those ones on here. We got company stickers. We got our AUS injection stickers, I think, from the fuel injection stuff. There's like a bunch of the blue hashtag like shit for engine control systems, just some generic ones I had made that a buddy printed for free and stuff. There's a holographic one. That's the AUS. We have the holographic AUS injection stickers still for the cars. They're right here. I didn't realize that. Oh, you know what? We will end up using this. That reflector. Check these out. Got a bunch of them motherfuckers. Fuck around, find out, homie. Damn. This isn't even my patch collection. This is just like my extra bullshit we grabbed because I wanted some stickers for the fucking my laptop. But shit's bad. I used to have such badass gun shit, dude. Oh my God. I had some shit. Alright. We need to throw that oil line on there. We need to tighten up a few things. We haven't gotten, you know, it's weird. We didn't get the clutch fittings and brake fittings yet, but I had ordered those a little while ago. They didn't show as delivered yet, so we're good. I guess we'll just end up mounting the filter, cutting that rail, throw the cleave ice on here. So this is a cleave ice from Hush Performance. They wanted $20 for the wheel with cleave ice. He sells them on eBay, I want to say for 10. So shout out to Hush Performance. And then for now, we'll just set her all the way pretty much at the end flush. It'll go either way, but we'll figure that out when she gets here. So for now, all right, this is trash. Ah. All right. I gotta change the outer tie rod and inner tie rod on this. This thing has AC, K24 TSX. I think it's 60, 62, 57, 62, I think Dylan said. AC. And yeah, we're gonna tune this, but this thing's all-wheel drive. I think this guy said he uses it more so for like canyon racing and stuff. Oh, what else I got that I wanted to show you guys. So Dylan said he was gonna sell these for 50 bucks. I was just gonna use some OEM Steelies. I really wanted some meshies or something, but to stay on budget, I was like, all right, I'll look for some meshies, this, that, 100, 150 bucks. Well, stock Steelies would probably be lighter, but the offset on this with the slick will be a little bit better. And although they're heavy, it's fine. It is what it is. And honestly, I think I'm gonna run a 23-inch slick, which will be a little bit easier with a heavier rim, because a 24.5 on this heavy rim would be a lot, especially for that tranny. It'd probably break it a lot. So 23s on this be okay. I'll put my Azenis on the other two. I'll run the fucking 14-inch Steelies or whatever in the back with all seasons. It'll look like it's on Steelies all around. You won't even notice when it's on slicks really, other than, these will be painted black. You might notice the sidewall, I guess. I don't know. But I'm excited because the 23-inch slick's only going to be about, that tall. So it'll look good. Sleeper budget. I got these for free. Dylan said I could have them. Yep. Sounds solid. All right. I always thought I was pretty funny. Did the trash, is today Tuesday? Did it make it out last night? Okay. Is it in the front? You want me to grab it? Did this motherfucker? No. Oh. Colton. My guy. Bro. He came over drinking Jack and Coke all weekend. I told him I was craving soda. He knew I would have drank this. Why didn't he just leave it in the fridge? I can't believe this man. It probably went flat. If it didn't go flat, that was on purpose. Hang on. No, I'm just gonna see if it's flat. Hang on. We'll see. Oh, we're fighting. I'm gonna be like, oh, motherfucker, I told you. Okay, I see. I told you I want a little Coke. You didn't even leave it in the fridge for me. I see. You had to throw it away. Trash can was worth more than me.
It was thrown away because it was left out.
I know. It was left in the sun. I'm just joking. God. It was probably left outside all weekend. It's probably disgusting. My girl's a pretty happy chick, but I've been trying to make her laugh a little bit more lately, so I've been acting a little goofier. I think I'm pretty funny. Huh? Yeah, it's for the people that didn't know. I know. She's like, don't want them to think you're fucking weird. They already think that, Harley. I just wanted to smoke a cigarette for a second. Other than mounting that filter, we got to start on the chassis. I'm going to start on the back. I was really trying to button up some more stuff from the front, but other than throwing that oil line on there, we just mount that filter. All right, so we're gonna mount this, you guys. I showed you where, but we'll do that together. Just set that down for right now. And then let's grab, let's see here. Let's find out how we're gonna mount that. You wanna come with me over here? I'd like to hit that cigarette, please. It's not dead.
Oh, it always does the blinker.
The blinker. Anyways, a blinker. I think we can use, I got some of these sheet metal self tappers. They're a little short. Oh, there's some long ones. That hole might line up. Rather than running a nut and bolt on there, that's some like, it's not too thick, but it's not too thin either. That sheet metal should hang on, and that'd be easier to remove rather than having nuts on the back. And that filter shouldn't really need to be removed. So let's see if we can get away with using these sheet metal self tappers. If I don't like the way it sits, you get what I'm saying? Like if I don't like the way that they clench down and tighten up, we're gonna put hardware in it. But if they seat well and they feel like they can be like taken out and tightened again and like have a good grip, we'll just use them. All right, directionally on this filter, they had the, here, hold the phone for me. They had, I think the inlet's the other side. It sucks because the direction probably doesn't matter, but let me compare it to that one he got. How much do you pay for this filter? Huh? Yeah, I know. You don't pay attention to any price. Caviar? 100 a gram? Give it to me. That's, I said caviar, 100 a gram? Give it to me. I was making fun of you. I'm rich, bitch. Here, hold this for So this is the inlet. So we're gonna flip this bracket so it's not so ugly. Alrighty, you wanna hold the charger battery thingy? Is it on? Yeah. Man, my phone. She's gonna die on you guys, I'm sorry. Fuck. I suck at this YouTube thing. I might as well fucking stop. I'll just go to the meets. I'll see you guys at the meets. Fuck the YouTube. I'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll just hang out after that. Fuck these videos. We charged that thing and I think it's dead again. Those cells are bad. Those are just like A1, 2, 3.
God damn, put fucking water.
We could plug in one of the wall. What happened? Yeah, probably on the MTF. That shit's like 10, like 5:30. That's what they call for.
Finger mesh. That shit is wonderful.
I want to run heavyweight oil and experiment with it because I've melted 2 K-series trannies and broken a third one.
Yeah, I ran AC increment, AC Douglas universe, and I've never had an issue.
I'm gonna try that. That stuff you bought.
Well, here, this was grinding like in all the gears slightly.
You're gonna put the other stuff in there.
Okay,
I
it's
wanna see
perfect
it.
example.
Yeah. You're using that stuff you bought, right?
Yeah.
That was a 7590.
Yeah, it's AC Douglas increment.
So Honda calls for 1040, 530 type MTF shit. It's as like they used to like get AutoZone protocol type shit. When you look online, it tends to be the same thing as motor oil for all those.
Yeah.
With my K, I ran that and it fucking melted 3 trannies. But that stuff you got was nice, and that's what the guy at Drag Cartel. So yeah, shine the phone up here. So I talked to the guy at Drag Cartel because I've broken so many trannies, and right after we tuned Jose's car on 20 pounds, that base model, because remember, it's not the horsepower, it's the torque, right? So 20 pounds on that base model, and 4 days later, he had posted like one video, and then he didn't for like a week, and I'm like, you break it, like blow a head gasket. It was on 91, 20 pounds, base model A3, like maybe. So I hit him up and I'm like, hey, did you break the car or what? He's like, nah, swapped it to the Type S, got a new tranny, and I'm going to Fuel Tech. And I'm like, okay, sick. Well, why? And he's like more power? He's like, no, I'm going all motor on that one. I was like, why? He's like, when I'm turboed, it breaks the trannies. Right after me and you talked about it and you were telling me that, I didn't change the oil to thicker and it started acting funny. And before I broke it, I took it out and I just said, fuck it. So I got another tranny. So I talked to Drag Cartel, I talked to PPG, and the main thing I found was, so they all call for MTF. It's like 530, 1030 motor oil based shit. A lot of people use synchro mesh, but as oil gets thinner, as it gets hotter, I would think that it's doing less of its job as far as adherence because it's getting thinner. It's getting like watery. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to like a 75-90 and put something in there for shock resistance, or go with like a straight 90 and then use synchro mesh to thin it out. And hopefully it doesn't stay separated and it like mixes and just thins it out a little. And then that synchro mesh molecule allows it to want to stick to the brass more. So I thought about that. Well, the stuff they led me to is the same stuff they use in their dog boxes, except it's made for synchronizers, high shock absorption, frees up horsepower, so on and so forth. It's like really good oil. For the tranny or MTF, and it's $25 a quart. Well, it's got like a synchro mesh type property, and it's basically a 75-90. It says it works for engine transmissions that call for straight 30, 1030, 530 type mixes, and 75-90. This, that, shock load, frees up power, blah, blah, blah. Well, the stuff he bought is a GM synchro mesh in a 75-90 format. So we're going to try that because that thing was grinding every gear last time. And I think the guy either had straight synchro mesh or Honda MTF in it. Knowing the guy, he's got money and shit, but he seemed kind of, you know, not like one of the, anyways. So he probably used what he like read online, which was just like MTF, but it was grinding every gear. Like it's obviously not liking it. So, yeah. We're going to put that in, so we'll go test drive it after this. We're going to end up doing some more tuning from finishing up for last night, which I think the live went up and then it lost sound halfway through or something. But you guys will see me finish that car up tonight, and we're going to retune it a little bit more, and then we're going to see if the tranny still grinds, you know? We'll go from there. See how we're gonna do this. Yeah, 10 points.
I think it's dead because it's blinking.
My phone or the battery?
The battery, but the pen battery and the charger battery doesn't stay on. You just keep clicking it.
It's okay. Let's see if we can keep the phone going. I'm trying to find a good spot for this. That'd probably be about right, actually. So, let's see how that looks. Almost higher. There goes that car doing that fucking thing again.
There's a weird noise. There's sheep over here.
Let's see if these bite down good enough, or we're gonna have to put some hardware in there. Hell yeah, just stripping the fuck out of that in there. That was a shitty ass screw. But it will hold. It will hold. Cool. So, nada.
Hi. You got crackers and juice? Nice.
Myla. Myla. How are you doing, babe? You doing good? Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Good.